which is the equivalent of your instructor stomping his foot in an Army study review. So here we go. 1, do you agree to appear before the committee here and in other venues when invited?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
2, if confirmed, do you agree to send officials from your office to appear before the committee and designated staff when invited?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
3, do you agree to provide documents or any other materials requested by the committee in order for it to carry out its oversight and legislative responsibilities?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
4, will you ensure that your office and your staff provide such material to the committee when requested?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
5, do you agree to inform and fully brief to the fullest extent possible all members of this Committee of Intelligence Activities and Covert Actions rather than only the chairman and vice chairman?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, General Rudd. We'll now proceed to your opening statement, after which we'll go to members by seniority at the gavel for 5 minutes each. General Rudd, the floor is yours.
Chairman Cotton, Vice Chairman Warner, and distinguished members of the committee, I'm deeply honored and humbled to appear before you today as the nominee for Director, National Security Agency, Chief Central Security Service, and Commander, U.S. Cyber Command. I want to thank President Trump, Secretary Hegseth, the Chairman, and the Chief of Staff of the Army for the nomination and their trust in me to lead this critical national security role. I would like to acknowledge my family in attendance. First of all, Ansley, my wife, best friend, and partner in this journey for the last 35 years. Our daughter Hayden, who works on the Senate Committee for Commerce, Science, and Transportation, is also here, along with our son-in-law, JT, who is a data scientist and AI engineer. Our other daughter, Hollis, who lives in Texas, couldn't be here, but I know she is watching, along with our extended family in South Carolina. Each of you have made profound sacrifices that have been instrumental in my life of service. You have positively impacted our military, their families, and civilian communities, and I'm eternally grateful for your unwavering support. My career has also been shaped by the remarkable men and women with whom I've served. I'm particularly indebted to the Non-Commissioned Officer Corps, whose leadership and professionalism have inspired me for the past 3+ decades. And we must always remember and honor our nation's fallen and their families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. My path in the Army has been unconventional, starting as a logistician before I transferred to Special Forces. This background has given me a unique operational lens. I spent over 25 years leading our nation's special operations missions, integrating high consequence capabilities, which has given me a deep practical understanding in how to use intelligence to drive operational success, while ensuring the protection of our most critical sources and methods. These leadership roles involve pioneering highly technical solutions through close collaboration with American industry and ensuring these complex multi-domain systems were seamlessly woven into operations. My last 6.5 years in the Indo-Pacific have made clear that we are witnessing a surge in adversarial activity. These complex threats are amplified by low-cost, widespread proliferation of disruptive technologies, including AI, cyber capabilities, and autonomous systems, which place advanced capabilities in the hands of a broader range of actors. Today's threats are no longer distant. They are immediate challenges to our critical infrastructure and democracy. However, through a growing ecosystem of trusted partners in industry and academia, we are developing, experimenting, and rapidly improving solutions to address these challenges head-on. This relentless pursuit of excellence is central to my personal and professional ethos, and it reflects the spirit of American innovation, a critical asymmetric advantage that ensures we remain ahead of dynamic adversarial threats. As a leader, consumer, enabler, generator, and integrator of NSA and Cyber Command's capabilities, my focus has been on defending the homeland, deterring adversaries, and strengthening partnerships by delivering credible, technologically advanced capabilities in all domains. If confirmed, I am prepared to lead these organizations as an integrated and essential team, dedicated to increasing the speed and agility of our support for the nation's toughest challenges while cultivating and retaining a uniquely qualified workforce. Central to this will be the delivery of accurate and timely intelligence, advice, and options, always conducted with frequent, transparent communication with Congress and absolute fidelity to our Constitution. With this committee's support, my focus will be to lead the NSA in its vital foreign intelligence mission, driven by the pursuit of innovation with a commitment to unbiased, objective analysis. Thank you for the privilege of appearing before you today. If confirmed, I look forward to working with you closely, and I look forward to your questions.
General, you have an extensive career as a Special Forces operator. You've deployed numerous times on combat operations in the Middle East and the Pacific. During that career, we've seen cyber play an increasing role in Special Forces operation. Could you give us a flavor of how you've used or supported cyber operations throughout your career and what lessons you've learned from that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The vast amount of joint, combined, and interagency leadership roles that I've had the privilege to fulfill throughout my career, especially in combat operations, has generated an experience that is rich and replete with examples where I've worked closely with the interagency. Again, the most recent example that I can share on that one was the committee briefing that we had previously with one of our interagency partners. So a rich experience of working collaboratively across interagency, but more specifically to NSA and Cyber Command. Throughout my career, the foreign intelligence capability and the mission set of the NSA has informed and certainly enhanced and enabled the mission outcomes and a variety of mission sets. Equally paired is experience with Cyber Command and cyber capabilities. They work hand in hand. They work best when they're integrated across the joint force and in all domains. And increasingly, when we think about and talk about deterrence, there's opportunity to couple what DoD is doing with the whole of government.
Thank you. As I mentioned at the outset, and you alluded to, this is technically two jobs, NSA Director and the Commander at Cyber Command. How have you thought about balancing the roles of those two jobs and ensuring that both missions are executed effectively?
So, Mr. Chairman, I think I would draw upon my experience right now at U.S. Indo-PACOM as an opportunity to learn and highlight the responsibility of Indo-PACOM. Not only geographically is vast, but it spans the entirety of the joint force. It has over 300,000 assigned forces. So, as to your point, two giant organizations that I would be responsible if confirmed for this. I think the scale and the size of it are manageable. What I would hope to do, if confirmed, is ensure that the unique capabilities, the unique authorities that both of these organizations bring to bear are fully integrated, both within support and interdependence of each other's missions, but then in support of the warfighter and providing the best option to our decision makers.
Cybercom is significantly smaller than NSA. Have you developed any thoughts yet on how that organization might need to grow or change to ensure the missions are balanced?
Well, Mr. Chairman, one of my priorities, if confirmed for this, would be scale across both organizations, not only in the workforce, but also in the capabilities, the technologies, and how we enhance that. But my understanding is there is a deliberate approach in effect right now under Cybercom 2.0 to man, train, and equip the cyber force. Certainly, if confirmed, I would like to understand how that's being implemented, are there ways to accelerate it, and then provide best advice on how to do that.
As the Vice Chairman noted in his opening remarks, FISA Title VII, specifically Section 702, expires in less than 3 months unless Congress reauthorizes it. Section 702 explicitly applies to foreign nationals on foreign territory. Can you talk to us about how critical Section 702 is for the NSA's mission and how detrimental it would be if the authority expired?
Senator, or Mr. Chairman, from an operational perspective, as you highlight, that foreign intelligence mission focuses on non-U.S. persons outside the U.S. As throughout my career and my firsthand experience as a consumer of that intelligence and enabler to those capabilities, it's indispensable. I know it's been critical to mission outcomes. It's force protection of our men and women in harm's way, and I know it's saved lives here in the homeland.
Thank you. Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And again, General, enjoyed our conversation, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions, which you can simply answer yes or no as well. I have great faith that you will answer yes, but I want to make sure we get these on the record. First, do I have your commitment that if you're confirmed that you will stand up for your workforce if they are unfairly targeted?
Mr. Vice Chairman, you do.
Thank you. Do I have your commitment? And this is one of the things I'm extraordinarily concerned about. You know, the IC's got to speak truth to power. And so do I have your commitment? You will always be candid with policymakers, even if you have to tell them something they don't want to hear?
Mr. Vice Chairman, I will, and you do have my commitment.
No, I think your record reflects that. One of the things, and again, I touched on this in my opening statement, where the Director of National Intelligence is suddenly appearing at a FBI raid around elections from, frankly, 2020, which I have no idea what she was doing there. But I am concerned that we've seen much of the election security infrastructure that was put in place extraordinarily well by the first Trump administration, where again, the NSA played a critical role, be dismantled. And there's no less threat from foreign adversaries about trying to mess with our elections. So do I have your commitment that if confirmed, that the NSA will continue to prioritize information sharing on threats to U.S. elections, on foreign threats to U.S. elections?
Mr. Vice Chairman, you do. The electoral process is fundamental to our values, our way of life, and throughout my entire career, I've been committed to upholding those and protecting those. I think anything that poses a threat to the electoral process needs to be taken seriously. And if confirmed, Mr. Vice Chairman, I commit to working with the executive and the legislative on this.
Thank you. Because again, the NSA, particularly in the 2018 through 2020 cycle, played a very important role. This is something we've not talked about, but we all know AI has enormous potential, and both DoD and the intelligence community is looking to take advantage of those AI capabilities. But we also know that there's a number of the AI tools that still have a tendency to hallucinate. And with that tendency, sometimes it poses major security risks. I've been concerned that Secretary of Defense Hegseth has starting to unleash AI both across classified and unclassified networks, including models such as XAI's Grok model, which has got, again, more of a history of hallucination than most. If confirmed, will you ensure that appropriate policies are in place to safeguard DoD and NSA's critical mission, and that while we use these AI tools, that there are appropriate safeguards?
Yeah. Mr. Vice Chairman, this is a critical area of competition, and I know Indo-PACOM is relying heavily on the adoption of AI, and I suspect and expect that Cybercom and NSA are as well. In fact, I know they are. My understanding and really the approach that we've taken with the adoption of these technologies is, while they are absolutely imperative to advancing our skill set as joint warfighters, enabling us decision superiority, we will never abdicate our responsibility to maintain those guardrails. The guardrail is the human on the loop or in the loop in terms of what those technologies are providing, what they're producing, and then how we apply them. So you have my commitment.
Thank you. I look forward to working with you on that. Finally, and I know this was over at SAC,